Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John and Jenna with Flippin' Ain't Easy, and I got to tell you guys, this webcam is on its own time. It doesn't want to cooperate. This is the second time. The first time it happened when I wasn't here, when Jenna was trying to go live, and it made her even later than this. So I apologize 100%. Two reboots later, unplugging this and unplugging that. Finally, this webcam is back on track. So maybe I've got a faulty one. I don't know. May be time to go in and get another one yet again. So I apologize for that. Wanted to talk today about Whatnot. And we had a Whatnot auction on Saturday. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys who were able to come out, even if you just hung out in the chat. Thank you for being with us that day. And it made a very, anytime you do something new for the first time, it's going to be a little bit stressful. I hope that I didn't make it look that way, but there's a little nerves, as you're wondering to yourself, is this something that's going to work? Is this not going to work? So we had that apprehension. And I really honestly thought that, we had 49 hats. We had 8 Squishmallows for a total of 57 items that we put up. We actually did do 2 giveaways because I always like to give back when I can. And it exceeded my expectations. Let me put it that way. The whole experience, it felt natural for a number of reasons. We're always in front of this camera anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. I'm not as nervous as I once was to be in front of a camera. So that aspect was okay. But I told myself going in, hey, I just want to have fun with it. And, if Archie came by and hung with us and helped us, and thank you to Archie for doing that. I appreciate his help because it wouldn't have gone as smoothly as it did without him there. I'm pretty sure of that. But yeah, it did get kind of out of control, kind of crazy. And, he wanted to get into a slapping contest, and I don't think he won that one. So, good stuff. You make it fun. I watched a lot of different auctions on Whatnot beforehand, just to get an idea. I saw some lady selling out of some back bedroom somewhere. And she had her mom. This is probably in her mid 40s lady, and she had her mom, must have been in her mid 60s, early 70s, there with her. And she's like, "Oh, my back hurts. I gotta go and sit down. Mom, can you take over for me?" And mom was like, "Well, I guess." And she's like, "No, forget it." She gets herself a chair, and now people are asking her, "Hey, what about that box of baseball cards behind you? Mind you, she's selling clothes." She's like, no, we're not selling that today. And it's like, wow, this is a hot mess right here. I'm like, it would be difficult to outflop this particular show. And I mean, she's selling clothes of oh yeah, this one is a jacket, and it has a cut in it. It's it's not that bad. It's nice. I'm like, what the heck? She's selling clothing that's ripped and cut. And then she had another sweater she was trying to sell that it's I'm not sure what the size is because someone cut the tag. I mean, some clothes aren't meant to be sold if you can't tell someone what the size is. Now, naturally, she didn't make many sales. So watching these things kind of gave me a little bit of confidence that, what, this person's been doing this for a while, and this is what they have to deliver. I think I can do at least that. So it made the process a lot more comfortable, just knowing that I wasn't going to be the worst show on that day. Watching people with outrageous prices selling actual hats, not bad hats. I mean, you can go to Lids or Champs and get brand new hats. This guy was selling those type of hats, and he was selling them for $125 to $200. And it's like, you got to be kidding me right now. And so it just learning what not to do. And if you're going to do Whatnot, I would watch some of these auctions similar to what you're selling, just to see what they're doing that works well. Hey, they're getting a lot of sales, or what doesn't. Yeah, this guy's not selling nothing. And in your mind as a buyer, what is some things that would make you want to buy from that person versus not. So that helped us a lot. We kept the show flowing. Hour and a half later, we made 55 sales and 2 giveaways. And we made, and I'm full transparency here. It doesn't bother me to share what we did. I really thought we were going to make less than $100 going in. We made, if you can see this here, $377 in sales. Now, we did the shipping last night, and
that was a show.
That was a show. We did the shipping last night, but the thing that it's a learning curve to figure out the shipping. You have combined shipping. They had like somebody who bought what did they buy, 20 items from us, and it showed it like some here and and some later, going in and combining it all, changing the actual weight, because we put an estimated weight for each item. It adds it up. It's usually wrong. So we have to go in there and change it, bundle it together. And I'm like, okay, but where does it show? This is just me not knowing any better about whatnot, but where does it show how much, is being allocated for the shipping? I want to save the buyer some money. It doesn't show that anywhere. So I'm like, okay, I don't understand what's going here. And then the one complaint I have about whatnot, and maybe it's just me, but if you're selling something somewhere, don't you want to know the answer to one question? And that is, how much did I make? Now it shows that we made $377, but what's the take on that make?
Yeah, we all know there's some percentages taken out, fees.
So it shows this here, right? It says my revenue is minus 853. When I go to the financials tab, now it's just showing me this is the account ledger, but I mean, oh, by the way, Mike, thank you for the $20 tip.
Mike.
I mean, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Gave us a $20 tip on whatnot.
Thank you, Mike.
But that's, and I know the money's not going to be available to me right away because I have a new account. It's going to take a while, like 3 days after the items are delivered. That's not what I'm concerned about. I'm not worried about that. But it does show like some of the tips are available. We got some rewards for people signing up, which is cool. But nowhere, and I have a payout because I referred Archie 2 years ago, back in 2022, and he sold something on whatnot. They gave me $200. But I am looking here, and I don't see, other than the giveaways, like right here and right here, it doesn't show me any information under this account ledger. Of course, payouts, it's not saying anything. It's saying that I have $18. A statement, it's giving me tax information. So as a seller, you're like, well, what's going on here? So like right here, it shows live stream 377. It just, I know I didn't make 377, and Archie and I were trying to figure out, hey, what did you do? I'm thinking a little over $300, which is fine, but I think most people would like to know that question, the answer to that question. And it is a bit off-putting when you can't get an answer to that. So maybe someone has an idea as to what I'm looking at and where I go and find that answer. I just want to know, hey, I don't care about the gross. I want to know what the net looks like. So for me, it is something we're probably going to do going forward as we have the type of merchandise that's going to work. We still have some out in the garage to do that. I'm thinking, and Archie had a good idea, maybe do this after the Monday shows. So as soon as we're done with the live, here in the live, we just go right in. Hey guys, whoever's interested, come on over to Whatnot and support the show, that kind of thing. And that's maybe once or twice a month, maybe doing something like that. So want to know what you guys think. As far as the question to the title, is Whatnot an option to eBay for most sellers? And I'd have to say no. Now, you might want to know why I feel that way. First of all, we had a great success for 2 reasons. One, thank you to Paul Philly Flipper for giving us a little raid action. He rated us like, I'd say when his show was over, about halfway through our show, we were having a good.
When you were busy slapping Archie.
Yeah, we had a good show up to that point. Don't get me wrong. We sold every piece of merchandise that we put up. A lot of cool hats and stuff that we, had. We were sitting on. But most people aren't going to have the social media boost to start. If I was someone, Jen and I were just doing this on our own to start, we would have had 5 to 10 people looking at our show, and we may have sold only a quarter of what the merchandise we had. But the awesome people that you guys were supporting the show, I'm sure many of you guys didn't even really care if you got the hat or not, but you said, we're going to do it, and you went in there and bid. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yeah.
But I just think it's something you got to be willing to do long term and understand that it's going to take a while to start building an audience on that platform. If you're good with that and okay with the slow start, then by all means, give it a shot. But it's not going to be for everyone out there. I can just tell you that. You might be better off just selling your items at a good price on eBay and just trying to move it. So that's my 2 cents. Want to know what you guys think down below. But if Whatnot is watching in any shape or form, they got to do better. Maybe it's just the glitch on my side, but anyone would want to know, hey, how did I do? I still don't even know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and there's no clear-cut video that we can watch.
Mm-hmm. We looked it up.
We've looked at a lot of things.
Yes.
And Whatnot doesn't have videos on YouTube, so it's very disparaging when you can't even figure out how much did you actually make, not just what you made overall.
Yeah. And so that for me is what we're up against, and just trying to make it work. I think it went 8 out of 10 is what I give my experience, if I had to give an experience. I need to answer this though. I've got a buyer where I made a mistake in a listing. Can you guys believe it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I made a mistake. So this guy, I made a mistake in the listing, and he paid for it. And then he came back in his little note that they give in the listing. They said, hey, I see that you made a mistake. The photo shows this, but your title says that. I mean, it happens. And I don't want it if it's this, but I want it if it's that. And so he said to cancel the order if it was this. And now he's saying not to cancel it. I've already canceled it. So I need to get back to him real quick. Talk to him about your thoughts on the Whatnot. How did it go for you?
Well, it was fun, but like John was saying, I don't think that it would have been as successful if we didn't have you guys. I mean, honestly, I was not expecting to sell every single item. I was thinking maybe 5, maximum 10 hats we might sell. And even if we did, they would go for, first bid, which we started our bids at $2. I did not expect to do what we did. And that's no thanks to us. That's all thanks to you guys. And like John said, Paul, Philly Flipper, he rated us. We got some people to come over from there, which was really cool. Nice to meet people from other audiences. I know we're all resellers, but we all don't catch each other's lives all the time, or even just videos at that. So I just, the shipping, I think, could definitely be a little easier. Maybe it's just because it was our first time. In the beginning, we couldn't figure out, you really had to just sit down, decompress from whatever else was going on, because we had a busy day on Sunday. We've got family coming into town. We started off with our son-in-law on Sunday. We had to pick him up from the airport. And then, of course, we went out to dinner with him and hung out with him for a little bit while he was at his hotel, because he's here for work for a conference. And then my daughter and granddaughters will be coming on Tuesday. So Anyway, we've been busy and we were frustrated because we waited till the end of the night to go in, or after we got home from dinner, and to go in and start doing the shipping, because as you guys know, come Monday morning, because we have a live, I'm swamped in shipping. And so I like to start it on Sunday nights so that by Monday I'm either already caught up or I just get the overflow from the night sales. And that just didn't happen. I shipped out all of the whatnots last night, which are easy. Those are super, super easy. It's just a matter of figuring it all out in the very beginning. But this morning I had another 17, 18, 19, 20 packages that had to go out from all the different accounts and platforms. So it's been a busy day already. I still have things to do to prepare for the kids to come. And
distractions.
It's just, there's a lot going on. My sister is like, hey, did you make the invitation for the kids yet? And I'm like, I haven't even had time to breathe. Like, I'm like, I promise you, I'll get to it tonight. So that's another thing. I am the designated family invitation maker. I have all the tools to do it. People think I'm creative. So we're having it's kind of like a graduation, when the kids go from 8th grade into high school, it's now a transition. So it's called a promotion. And so we're having a promotion party for my nephew and my niece. They're in the same grade and they're in two different schools, but we're having a party when I go out to California. So I'm doing the invitation. So I have to get that done tonight. There is no tomorrow. I'll get to it. So
yeah,
it's all just been a lot.
So I want to see who's with us
Yes.
so far. Jackie Bleckner, thank you for being here.
Hi,
awesome
Jackie.
to see you. You were here first. We got our buddy Mike Camparelli came in a close second. Hello to Whatnot's newest up-and-coming stars. Think your show on Saturday was very cool. Enjoyed it. Got to see more of John's fun side. Dare I say goofy side. It was Archie's influence, though.
It sure was. That was out of John's comfort zone for sure.
And anyone who wants to see that,
I put the link.
yeah, you can go in and check out the link that Jenna put in there to the show. It's an hour and a half, and I think that is the key. Some people may have a problem being themselves in front of the camera, but I think that does help people want to kind of tune in rather than just be like, okay, I don't want that item. What's the next one?
Yeah,
okay,
it's so much more of a relaxed atmosphere. I mean, you can play your own music and you're not worried about, getting flagged for whatever. And so it's a lot more relaxed and it's nice.
And Mike says, hello to everyone in the chat as well. Hope everyone is having as much fun reselling as John and Jenna have been. I mean, you gotta, some people look at reselling and say, I can't stand reselling. I just do it because I have to. Maybe this is better than working at the job that you're at and you're just doing it. But you really, to make it tolerable, you really got to just learn to love what you do and to make the best out of it. And that's kind of what we do. Mike says, I missed the show live, but caught it on replay. For anyone who missed it, check it out. The tortilla slapping routine was hilarious. Yeah, but Archie got more hand than tortilla. So I apologize again. EVS says, hi, John, Jenna, and FA family.
Hello,
thanks for being here. We got Callie Deb says, hello, John, Jenna, and fellow resellers.
Hello,
thanks for being here as
Callie
well. Jovial Juggler says, hey, FA fam, happy World Bee Day.
World Bee Day.
A life without a bee is no life at all. Yeah,
Oh, that
gotta
is
have
a
bees.
fact.
Just as long as they're away from me. That's all that matters. Biscuit Butt says, word up, FA fam, still recovering my sore belly and jaw. And
poor Archie. He got the brunt of a lot of it.
want to give a shout out to our friends out there. Archie is one of the friend members, and it doesn't matter to me, but I just think the little that we do for the members, it's a good idea to at least
that's coming also. Once this whole chaos ends in the next week or two, maybe 3, we will start to get more into our member side and doing things more we'll still do all this, of course, but there's going to be some things that will be special to members only.
Yeah, I want to shout out to our newest member, Brian Barrett. Thank you for being a member.
Thank
you got
you.
Primo Chemo, the eBay Grind Grandma, Gail Carlson, Biscuit Butt, Callie Debs, Mike Seller, Jerry Johnson, John Gilbert, Mike Camparelli, and Wiggy Q.
Wiggy Q.
And thank you guys so much for.
Yes,
you know
guys
what?
are amazing. We love you.
We love everyone, but that's just the kind gesture that you guys do. So thank you for that. Mike Seller says, "Hello, John, Jenna, and chat." Ranger says, "Go Twins."
Oh,
There you go. Thank you for being here, Mike.
Ranger's so cute.
Jovial Juggler says, "How about those two on their first Whatnot show?" We had a good time.
That was a riot.
Yeah. We got Primo Chemo. Thanks for being here, Primo.
As you can tell in the Whatnot, I make for a very good cheerleader.
She did one auction. That's the thing that we'll do next time differently is we'll do a few each. Like I'll do a few and then she'll take over, and that makes it a little bit more bearable. I can't say bearable because I didn't have a bad time, but if you have a hard time,
I think you did a great job.
Yeah, if you have thank you. If you have a hard time though doing this for an hour and a half, it is good to have someone that you can kind of hand it off back and forth.
Yeah.
I can just imagine doing that for like 12 hours. You got to really be having a good time.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's some that I watch that go late into the night, like overnight. It's crazy. I mean, obviously I don't do that, but.
So we got Shane. Thanks for being here. Lenny K from New Hampshire. I've seen someone stream both YouTube and Whatnot at the same time.
Yes.
That would be like an art of resale. So he'll have they'll have like another camera, maybe like this malfunctioning thing that I'm staring at. We do ours in our dining room. I think that's just the best layout because we have a little island dining room kitchen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's the best layout for that type of thing, to have a table where you can have your laptop or your another like iPad for the chat that's separate from the actual stream. Does that make sense? Yeah. So we have our phones separately doing all the streaming.
I mean, we had a laptop, we had 2 iPads going, probably 3 cell phones going. So we were trying to make the best of what we had.
Chastity's with us. Hello, how are you doing today?
Hi,
thanks for being here. Victor Wawiorka says, "Hello, John, Jenna, and Flippin' Gang." We got Ping G.
Hi, Ping.
Paul Rose. Henri Squaw. Thank you for being here, Henri Squaw. And Spam Banshee is hanging out with Primo Chemo
over there.
Yeah. Glenda Bavona, happy Monday, everyone. It's
happy Monday.
As happy as it's going to be. We got folks coming in, and we did the Benihana thing last night with our son-in-law, and he's like, "Look, I'll take care of the bill. You take care of the food, and that means that I'm going to go out and buy a couple briskets and get that stuff ready for probably get it done on like Thursday. Start it. It's going to be fun." Biscuit Butt says, "John must have smoked the hell out of the cam with the tortilla."
He did smack it a few times.
Beard's here for the moist chest bumps.
Oh God,
that's just
gross.
Don't give Archie any ideas, because he probably would have said, "Hey, let's
rub butter all over us.
Let's like take our shirts off and like get like wet and like smack each other."
No, this is not
fat on fat smacking with
disgusting.
Moist. Yeah, that's not going to work.
Just disgusting.
Duncan VR says, "What's up, J&J? Sales are on fire this week. I think I hit your like button too many times. My biggest issue is my best stuff sells in hours after I list it. Already raised prices and one sold in 10 minutes. Yeah. There you go.
That's awesome. I'm so happy for you, Duncan.
Yeah, it's about finding the right balance of where you need to be in the market, because there's usually like a range in price. A lot of times we'll do that. We'll list an item and it's like, wow, that thing sold like within an hour. And as long as I make up to 10x or more, sometimes less, sometimes more, I'm happy. Duncan, why was the show late? John couldn't find his hat? No, this camera
couldn't find its eyeballs.
Yeah, it was like every time I plug it in, it was saying I couldn't recognize the device. I'm like, why does this happen right before 3 o'clock? Simply Shenanigans says, "Hey everyone, thank you for being here."
Hello.
Spam says hit the like button. Yes, hit the like
Like
button.
for your sale.
Get your sale within the next 24 hours. Again, I don't know how it works, but we put it out there for you guys, and it just does work. Simplify in the house. Sales are slacking and slow, but keep on moving. Yeah.
Yes.
Got to keep your head up. I mean, what else can you do? You can't really sit back and just, I guess I'll wait until I get sales. No, you need to be active and just keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Whether you're getting good sales or not, you need to just keep pushing forward, and eventually you're going to make sales. Biscuit Butt, they won't start the live until everyone hits the like button. Yes, please hit that like button. I certainly would appreciate it. Mike Gertis is here from Lakeland, Florida. Thanks for being here, Mike.
Mike, you're in Lakeland? Is Mike really in Lakeland?
He might be hanging out with Kevin.
With Kevin?
But I don't know. If you've seen Kevin, let me know. I haven't seen him yet. Chastity says, I haven't finished listening to it yet. Not really a pop quiz yet. I guess talking about the book fair that we're going to have in 2 hours. Yeah. Christy, hello, everyone. Thanks for being here, Christy. Jovial, guessing fun bun Monday for the queen bee and maybe a hat if John didn't sell them all.
Well, you were right on one.
Yeah, no fun bun.
No fun buns today. I actually did blow dry my hair.
Let's see. Got Lissa says, happy Monday, FA fam. Hope sales are warming temps. Y'all as crazy as the temps? Yeah, sometimes.
Oh my gosh. Well,
sometimes.
The temps were up to 101 the past couple days, and then today we are at 73. Bipolar much?
And Biscuit Butt has a request. I prefer you read the books to me at night when you tuck me in. God. So Archie will be like getting nestled in when you're doing your book review. Major Win says, hey all, is the live still living? I hope it is.
The live is.
Thanks for being here, Major Win. Beard says it wasn't Jenna's fault after all when it went haywire on her show.
I told you.
I think I bought this as open box on Amazon. And I'm wondering now why it was open box, because they're like, this thing only works when it wants to. So it is what it is. Midwest Picker says, hey, y'all, hope everything is doing well. We're doing great.
Hello.
Jimmy D says, all good. We can hear you and see you.
Yay.
And here's Kevin Hawthorne.
There's Kevin. He's not
hanging
missing.
Out. So he's there in full effect in Lakeland, Florida. Semperfi was going to finish mowing today, but it's hot and moist out.
Oh. That is not a good combination.
Deborah JK says, hey, John and Jenna, great show and whatnot. Glad I could be there. We're glad you guys were there.
We are glad you were there, yes.
Someone said, I think Major Win said, hey, you did a great job on the show. I'm like, if it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't have been a great job at all. So thank you guys for being there and just hanging out with us. Bearded Picker says, Archie, I would not take John's secret pleasure of tucking you in at night. Wow.
No. That is not. He doesn't even tuck me in.
And Ken was there. Hey, John and Janet. Hey, how's your nips doing after that crushing them on Archie? Actually, Archie couldn't get that high.
No, he couldn't.
He couldn't get that high. And he almost fell into the wall. I think he did fall on the wall once. Like he took a blow. Like if you're watching hockey and they do that check right into the glass kind of thing. That's what Archie did.
My poor water machine.
Well, we moved it a little bit. Kelly, I stopped by your Whatnot show and you seemed to have a good turnout and sold a bunch of stuff. We
did see you, Kelly. Did you hear us? John was like, hey, I think that's Kelly.
Yeah, it was a different name, but it had the same logo. So we got Rhiannon says, hey, J&J FA fam, happy, beautiful Monday.
Hello, Rhiannon.
Nice to see you here. Joe Samard's with us, and Biscuit Butt says it would have gone smoother.
It
would have gone smoother.
Oh.
It would have, but you know what? We had to have some kind of a hiccup here. John, Rad Relics, anyone have a link for their Whatnot?
Yeah, I put it it's in the chat. Scroll here, scroll down.
Well, we'll see it. Thanks for being here though, John. Tiff M. Law says hello. Thank you for being here. Noah Design says, well, you got to thank Archie, though. After him being skipped by the burrito slapped by the burrito hand, tip starting coming in. Yeah, he got nailed.
He unfortunately
got nailed.
did.
And I was like, as soon as I hit him, I'm like, oh, no. I felt so bad.
Poor Archie.
Bobbles says, you guys made me laugh. The show is great. So glad you guys enjoyed it. It helps to have a partner to make things comfortable. Yeah.
It does.
Sunny, how you doing, Sunny? Tags sold separately. Yeah, on that one where they were selling the shirt. It was a sweater, and I mean, it's like, how can you sell something and you can't even tell someone the size?
I know. That's
Biff says I lurked on the Whatnot stream. If not Biff Buffo on Whatnot, I'm not Biff Buffo and Whatnot.
What you just smashed
because you keep correcting me.
Because you can't read.
Okay, it's on you now. You get to read it.
I lurked on the Whatnot stream. I'm not Biff Buffo on Whatnot. I don't think Whatnot is for most people. It's for people already predisposed to doing YouTube. Most people's biggest fear is public speaking. I agree 100%. Oh, you want me to go through?
Oh, it's on you. You're the whole way at this time. At this point,
no.
If I'm going to get corrected every step of the way, I'm just not going to do it.
Paul Rose having fun while reselling lately. That can't be a real. Can't be real. Surely, glad it went well.
It's not easy, is it? No, it's not. So, just saying.
Talking ain't easy.
Be nice to me. John Worldwide Weber says, glad your first Whatnot went well. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And see, it's Slap Your Sidekick Saturday. That was what that was for.
Yeah.
Lisa says,
glad you participated.
Should have filmed the shipping as content for learning so others could hear you try as your first time.
No, you did not want to hear
scary
us.
Concept for many. Yeah, it is not going to be as easy for most people when they first start. Yeah. But it's good to watch the train wrecks. There's some train wrecks out there, guys. It's good to watch the train wreck ones, and you're like, wow, I can do this. It's once you see that, you're like, okay, I can do it. What I took away from John's Whatnot show was not to play burrito slap because John loads the burrito. Yeah, he got a little extra salsa on that one.
Wow.
Big Dre, the portable dentist kit was damaged during shipping.
Oh,
the buyer opened a case with USPS with video footage of the driver tossing it on his doorstep, and they denied the insurance claim.
Wow.
Now, they denied the insurance claim. Now, if the buyer was willing to go that far, were they willing to take the box into the post office for them to inspect it? Because that's usually why they deny it. They don't deny it until they come back and say, hey, we need you to take this item in and have us look at it. Duncan says, is it easier shipping eBay sales and Whatnot ones are about the same?
Once you learn what?
That's another one. That's another point. Go ahead.
Shipping eBay sales then.
Well, go ahead.
I was thankful to be done with the Whatnot shipping, to be honest, because he was so frustrated that it was making me feel bad because he was helping me. And, we're trying to watch videos, do the packing correctly, because one would come out as a priority mail, another one would come out as ground advantage, but yet I have a priority box. So it was getting really frustrating, and literally there were boxes flying, there was bubble wrap flying. It was a little on the not so comfortable side, and we were getting very frustrated. So I think if we do continue to do the Whatnot thing, I think that definitely will be a video that needs to be had on the internet. I don't know. There may be some out there that I just couldn't find we want it to go step by step by step. And so I'm very much a visual learner. And I won't, if you tell me to, go to the settings and the this and I can't do it by that. I have to see it and do it along with you. And so if we can do that as a video for the future, I think that would be very helpful for those who are just starting out with Whatnot.
Yeah. And mind you, we were getting back. It was like a little after 9 o'clock at night. We just got back from dinner. And we were like, well, there's no way you're going to want to do all this plus the regular. We had a lot of sales on eBay this good weekend with sales. So it's like, you're not going to want to tackle all this. You're probably not going to you're not going to make the live if you don't do this. So she's like working on it. And she didn't bother me any. I had no problem helping out because I wanted to figure it out too. And it was the lack of simplicity when you're dealing with the labels. And I'm not even sure, to be honest with you, that I even did it right. I mean, we have labels.
We have labels and the product, and then the packages are going out today.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
And it would not print out or format properly for the Rollo. So we had to do it the old-fashioned way, send it to my laser printer. And
I had to cut out labels because I don't know the format. It doesn't match up with when you print a label with the Rollo. Is that a Rollo?
That's a Rollo.
With the Rollo, with the whatnot label, it comes out this big, literally. Yeah. And so you're like, okay, well, that's not going to do any good for anybody.
We changed the orientation. It wasn't working. So maybe there's a little, I've tried to pull up videos on YouTube. And so now we're getting like past 10 o'clock at night, you know, and we're like, okay, I wanted to get up earlier than normal this morning because I really need to kick some butt with all the distractions coming here. And it was 11 o'clock, 11:30 by the time we got moved. And I was sitting there helping her, you know, getting into a flow, finding the items. So those of you who ordered from us, it's on its way. Well, not really. They haven't come yet, but it's on its way technically.
Yes.
But you guys will see your stuff very, very soon. Provided, knock on wood, that USPS does their job.
Yes.
They do. Beard says, don't be stealing my book review times. I know you can't read, but come on, man. You don't do them every week. We'll work it out.
I don't want to do it after a live. I'm just going to put that out there now.
Well, then I guess I'll go solo.
Okay.
Big Dre says, USPS says it wasn't packed properly, so I offered to accept a return or send a partial refund of $30 and he can keep it. The buyer refused and said he will keep it. No need to send a partial refund. Oh, that's awesome. Sounds like you got a good person on your hand. If it's damaged, though, it makes me kind of feel like, I mean, you could just send him a partial and it is what it is. He
has a friend that can fix it and he really needs it.
Yeah. But you have a good buyer on your hands there. So awesome. Most buyers would probably go 1,000 different directions with it. Noah Design says, from a therapist point of view, it looked like John had pinned up something loaded in that burrito. You know, well, it was a carb-free tortilla, but you can ask Archie. That thing was loaded with carbs. Major Win says that tortilla slap was a great motivator. Never been on Whatnot. Oh, this is Brett. Hey, how you doing, Brett? Never been on Whatnot. Never signed up. You think it would be good for my items?
Yes. Oh man.
I think it would. Yes. Be. But you have to be willing to accept this. What you're selling the items for on eBay, you're not going to get for the most part. You sell a lot of the good Mitchell and Ness stuff. You would probably do okay, but just know it's probably better for you for the slower moving things than the stuff that's really hot.
Yeah, and you would definitely not start it. You wouldn't be the one doing the $1, $2 starts. You would, price it at a reasonable amount of what you're comfortable accepting, because if you only get one bid, say it's $5 you started your auction at, or let's say even $20, that's all you're getting.
Yeah.
So.
And then there's a guy going to one of the auctions that I watched beforehand. There was a guy who was in Vegas. It must have been 95 to 100 degrees in his garage. He was in his garage with his little boy, and he had a rack behind him with nothing but hats. And they're all like thrifted hats, or he found at yard sales, and a lot of them were really good condition. But someone, he sold a Browns hat for $125. I could not believe it to someone. And he was like asking people that jumped into the auction or the chat of the auction, hey, what are you guys looking for? And someone would say, hey, I want an Eagles hat. Oh, we got two of them. This one here, $200. It's really crisp and clean. This other one, there's some yellowing on the inside, but I haven't cleaned it yet. So right now you can get it cheap. $135, but once I clean it, the price is going up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Then he whipped out some Red Wing boots, and it looked like he got these at like the bins. And he's like,
he probably did.
Oh, look at these Red Wing boots I'm selling. And I couldn't help myself. I'm like, how much? Because I had to hear what he wanted. He's all $85. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I went out to get ready for the show. I left his stream running in here. I went out and get ready for the show to take photos of the hats to put them up on the Whatnot thing. Came back here an hour and a half later. He's still trying to sell those damn Red Wing boots at $85. I could not believe it. I mean, that is not how you do what.
That is not how you do
don't.
Whatnot.
I don't think so. I mean, he did sell a hat for $125, but it's like, come on, really? Big Dre says, Jovial Juggler, I am confused. Well, join the club. I'm confused half the time myself. Biff Boffo says, if 10,000 people join Whatnot today, they would be all stepping on each other's time slots. That's the issue. As Whatnot grows, there's going to be some big fish and there's going to be the rest. Yeah.
That's very true. There's some of the, I have a few that I like to watch. It's skincare, makeup, stuff like that, or some are jewelry ones. And they sometimes go live at the same time, and that's kind of annoying. So you kind of have to go back and forth, but it is what it is.
Paul says, you got me curious. I'm going to have to check out the tortilla salt at some point. This Archie came up with this strange, I don't even know where he came up. He's like, look, let's all take a big swig of water, and the other one has to hit you with the tortilla, and if the water comes out, you lose or something. It's basically
you have your mouth full of water. If you slap someone and they spit the water, they lose.
Yeah.
It really is just, they call it here in America, they call it the tortilla challenge.
Yeah, wow.
It can be very violent. I've seen some,
it was
at first hand, I've seen some pretty awful ones.
But I got to give it to Archie. He did a really good job holding that water in, because I don't think much.
I think he swallowed it.
Along with the tooth. Kelly says, though shipping has always been an issue on Whatnot. Yeah, but if it's always been an issue, hey, there's your pain point. Fix it. Lissa, friends support friends, and especially when your friends are doing something scary the first time and need the positive reinforcement and feel successful. So I really appreciate that.
Well, thank you. But did we even mention you guys?
Yeah.
On our Whatnot, because we felt really guilty for having our Whatnot show at your time slot for your live with Roman Anytime Picker. And so we hopefully sent some people over to go watch, because that's what we intended to do.
Ken says, fun fact, many moons ago, I'm sure you meant many moons ago, there was a Whatnot show where an OnlyFans person started a show on Whatnot and made it like $2K just on tips alone. Now, I don't know what she was selling, but I'm sure it wasn't hats.
Whoa. Oh my.
Oh, wow. Flip It Good says, hi, John and Jenna. Happy Monday. Fun Whatnot show. Great job. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for being there. Big Dre says, Jovial, I'm wondering if he just went in to complain at the post office without opening a real case, because I don't understand how that could be denied. So, yeah, you really want to go in and open a case on USPS.com. Then it'll go through the process, and then after a week or two, it'll come back and say, you have until this date to send the recipient in so we can inspect it. That's kind of what would happen. Major Win, this is so nice to have on the background. Work is about to wrap up, and I've got to sort through about 50 vintage basketball, football, golf, tennis tickets. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, my. That's interesting.
Vintage tickets. I have not vintage, but I have a 6-year-old ticket from the Kentucky Derby. I think we still have it. Not in here. It's in the other room.
Are you sure you still have it?
I still have it. It's in the cup. I had it. I took the drinking glass. They gave it to us, a commemorative drinking glass from that event too. No One Designs is hence the reason I call WN Whatnot.
What a nut.
What nut.
What a nut.
Whatever. I call it Whatnot. Paul Rose, all carriers do their best to get out of claims if they can. Funny how we have to provide photos, proof. What proof did they have, or show it wasn't packed properly, one-sided? Yes. I mean, think about it. Any insurance doesn't want to pay. I mean, you get storm damage from your home, insurance is going to try not to pay. And if they do end up paying, they're going to try to pay you at what they feel it's worth, not what you paid. And it's just the way insurance works. It's to me, it's a scam. But
yeah.
Biff Boffo, I can see some popular Whatnot channels doing a consignment model, selling someone else's stuff to a nice big audience and just taking a cut. I got to tell you, I ain't doing
Maybe that's-
consignment. I went and played
I
golf.
would never do that. But
Went and played golf on Sunday. Was talking to this guy they paired me with, kind of what I do, and like, yeah, I was like, I got a lot of things, like some really nice antiques and things that I wouldn't mind moving. Hey, would you consider like selling them for me?
No.
Absolutely not. Why? Because there's a number of reasons, but I just got too much on my plate to make a commission. Absolutely not. And if I was in that market, that type of thing, antiques, and knew what I was looking at, I would have probably said, hey, I can give you a price on them, take them off your hands. But I ended up telling them, look, it's not really a hard process. You can go on. They make it somewhat easy to start. You can piggyback off an existing listing and just add your photos and all the other information that's pertinent to what you're selling. But it really isn't a very steep learning curve. I would encourage you to just do it on your own. He's like, oh, well, once I finally retire in a couple of years, I'll do that. Okay, well, but I ain't doing it. I ain't not doing consignment. I know Archie was doing consignment, and he was kind of halfway through it. And he's like, yeah, it's not. Because see, what happens is the person that isn't doing the work, right? They're going to be on you like white on rice going, well, how come you sold it for that? Or I thought it was worth more than this. And why is there's so much in fees that we have to pay? And it's just like, no, we're not doing that. And
welcome to eBay.
Yeah, I would recommend not ever doing consignment unless you have a process in place.
You have it written down, signed,
contract,
and
right,
notarized.
And you're making what your time and effort and energy and supplies are worth. For me, I'm not in that.
Just buy it outright from them, and then you don't have to worry about that. If that's something you want to do.
Mike Seller got his cha-ching.
Yay!
Hopefully it's a ka-ching, but good job.
Major win. Found a couple of PGA Tour tickets.
And hopefully they're for the upcoming tournament, and then you can just send them to me. Brenda Smith says, happy Monday, everyone.
Hi, Brenda.
Mad Hatter's Boutique. I did go to Whatnot just now and see people do list items like eBay. So is it more than just the live videos? Yes, it is.
Yes, it's called a marketplace.
I know Pasha's live videos, but they barely have people watching. So you can have a kind of a store set up where people can go in and buy your items. You kind of mark them up. I don't know. I can't speak to all that. That's like the advanced version.
That's not something I would do. For me, in our business, it would be only auctions to get rid of dead stock or overage or whatever. Never would it be to go and list in a store. No way.
EVS says, any graduates want to spend summer with you guys?
Oh, because I was talking about Rylan and Lily graduating. I wish I could, but these kids are going into high school, so they've got summer programs that they're going to. My nephew he actually made it on the varsity football team for high school, and he's only going to be a freshman. So it's going to be very exciting. He has a lot of practicing this summer. And my niece Lily, she is into horse riding, and she has competitions and riding lessons and all those things. So those two are out of it for us, but maybe we could get Aubrey to come over.
I don't know if I'm going to put her to work, though.
Oh, come on. Have her. I will. I'll put her. She could clean some shoes.
Oh, there you go. Brenda Smith says, can someone tell me if eBay removed the video option on listing items? It's not on the app. It's on the PC and the Mac. It's there. Now, you got to make sure you have it in the right format. The last time I tried to upload a video, it didn't like the Apple MOV, I believe, format. I think it's MOV or MP4. One of those two extensions, it didn't like it. So I'm like, okay, well, forget it. I'm not going to bother with it. Devon says that she forgot that we were on Whatnot, but
that's okay. I'm sure you were doing something a lot more exciting.
Yeah, you can drop in the next time we do one.
Yeah.
Josh is just popping in to say hi. Need to weed the garden beds.
Uh-oh.
Have a great evening. Hope you enjoy your Whatnot show. Well, hey, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Your care package is on its way,
yes,
Mr.
It
Gall.
is. It's a care package.
Paul Rose, Bean, Mr. Gall.
Yes.
Black Widow Gaming says, can I have a free Jordan shoe?
No.
You can have a free Adidas shoe where I still have it. I was going to list a shoe for an amputee because it's in very sweet condition, but I haven't done that yet. Mr. Sadie says, hello, John, and much, much, much better half.
Ah,
Thanks for being here.
Mr. Sadie.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're
Chastity
so sweet.
says, hit the magic like button and get a sale on Bonanza of all places.
Yes!
Yeah. We did get a Bonanza sale.
We did.
Over the weekend. And I was really hoping we had a Poshmark sale, right? Mercari let us down. So we had eBay, we had Bonanza, we had Whatnot, we had Poshmark, and Mercari just didn't follow. I wanted to say I had a sale on every platform on Saturday, and I just didn't get it done. Gail's with us. Gail Carlson.
Hi, Gail.
Hello, John and Jenna.
Aw.
We have DM Ephemera. Says, hi, hot here in Western PA.
Ooh, yeah.
Thanks for being here.
I know that your guys' humidity, well, everywhere on the East Coast, the humidity is going to be up.
Oh, wow. I'm going to skip that one. Dolores Miller says, thanks for your videos. Have learned a lot. Well, thank you for being here, Dolores. Awesome. Thank you for, being here and spending time with us, whether you're in the chat or not.
I like your last name, too.
Yeah, it's one of the best last names out there as far as I'm concerned. Noah Design says, great job, Jenna. We found out John has selective reading.
Yes.
You guys aren't right. Mike Gerda says, didn't see Kevin, so I had to say it. I visited Lakeland, Florida in 1995 to watch my brother graduate college.
Oh.
Can't believe it's been almost 30 years. I'm getting old.
Oh,
We're all getting old.
We are, yeah. So Mike is really not in Lakeland,
okay.
Florida.
Lisa says, just picked up free items.
Ooh.
Brand new old school car IBRA and new in-box used techie hula exercise system. Gotta love cost of goods there, but talk about random odd for my store listings. Watch those neighbors sites. So yeah, I had a neighbors thing that came on. If you have the neighbors app, it's like the Ring, like the Ring doorbell has their app. It's called Neighbors. And we had like someone that sent a thing, hey, we're having a yard sale over here. Well, I couldn't get over there, but from time to time, you'll get someone that'll say, hey, giving something away.
Yeah.
Jay Corona says, hello. Thanks for being here. Beard says, I shipped 74 by myself. Stop whining. Yeah, I'm guaranteeing you Joni helped you. She helped you.
No.
She helped him.
No, she's like, you do it your damn self.
No, because she's been helping him.
Has she?
Yeah.
I know when he's away.
Devon
She
Short
does.
says, was what not worth the money? Yes, it was.
Yes.
I mean, we sold the hats. I think the average cost was like $6. But, we weren't into them for that much anyway.
No. I mean, these were ones that we picked up in bundles or in lots at garage sales. So, John talks about all the time, if you're going to ask for a price on one and then you see others that you like, why don't you bundle it or ask them if they would like to bundle it? And what will you do for a bundle? That's how we got those hats. We had a lot of them and every single one of them sold thanks to you guys.
Yeah. So we appreciate you guys.
Along with how many?
We had 8 Squishmallows.
8 Squishmallows. Oh my gosh. They were so cute. If they didn't sell, I was going to give them to my granddaughters when they come. But they all sold too. So that's exciting.
Yeah. So we'll do more of that in the future. And that's another thing about yard sales, on Saturday, going in and grabbing stuff. Now in the back of my mind, it's like, maybe I can pick this up more for the Whatnot side than the
light just went out.
Yeah, it usually does.
What happens if you tap it?
I'm not going to fix it. This thing has
our technology is just not.
See, it's supposed to stay on when it's plugged in.
And and for the guy who is usually has all the up-to-date good electronics, a lot of our stuff just goes to shit.
It is what it is. What can you do? Big Dre says, I picked up 20 truck-mounted magnet LED arrows at $1 each. Comps show each one valued at $60.
What are they?
Magnetic LED arrows. That's awesome. Spam says, bearded picker 74. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that because he sells a lot on Amazon.
Yeah, and I'm sure they were like, compared to my
Yeah, cutting out labels. Here's the problem. I could have gone in and done like a screenshot of the labels, and then gone in and printed them out that way. But for whatever reason, when I do that, they come out so light on the Rolo.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's worry about this later. It was like 10 o'clock at night. Let's worry about this later. Let's do it the old-fashioned way, and we'll do some reading or watching to find out an answer later. Andy Reno says, in the house. Thanks for being here, Andy. Jovial, what a difference a year makes, right? Driving for Uber last year to being overwhelmed with shipping.
Right.
So happy for you both. Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you. It is definitely full circle.
Now, that being said, I can tell you that
we're going back to driving for Uber next week.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
No. That being said, the items that we were selling 2 years ago, when we signed up August 2022 on Whatnot, I think we might have done okay selling some of the items that we're trying to sell on eBay. We could have sold it on Whatnot. Now, we would have moved the items fast. We would not have made a whole lot.
No.
But it would have been a good option for what we were selling at that time, I think.
Yeah.
But again, we're gonna make it part of our arsenal. Not having all of our eggs in one basket.
Because we have some totes of clothing out there that that would be perfect for a Whatnot show. So I think that will be our next venture.
We got Rosie Games says, good day, John and Jenna. Hope all is well. Just arrived. We'll be watching from the beginning. Hope your Whatnot experience was a good one. Cheers.
Thank you, Rosie.
Awesome. Thank you
so
for
glad
being
you're here.
US Sports Cards. Evening all. Hope you had a great week of sales. Same to you.
Same to you.
Yeah. The sales have been really, really solid. I mean, I think Friday was our worst day.
Not on my store, but on the main store.
Not on the main store. But again, the time and effort, it's like 80 to 20, 80% 20. We put the time and effort into where the meat and potatoes are, right? Where we're really getting the sales. And then whatever energy and time I have left, then I invest in the other things like shoes, water shoes, things like that. We got Todd in the house.
Todd!
Thanks for being here. I got to tell you, I was on the show earlier with Primo. I feel bad about the whole Larry Todd thing.
If anyone wants to know where Larry Todd came from, it was from
and I misspoke on Primo Chemo's live today. I've never seen you, but I said that he seemed like a more of a Larry Todd, but I meant he sounds more like a Larry Todd in that like he sounds more like a Larry. So it kind of stuck with me, and it wasn't. But I don't think that, and it's sort of stuck. It went on to other shows, and I kind of feel bad for that. And it doesn't seem to be sitting well with you. So I'm going to do my best to just say Todd from here on out. So I apologize for that.
Yes.
No One Design question: can you set up a Whatnot show for like July 21st, 2028? Yes, I will. I'll be on there. 2028. I'll do that right away. Yeah. Got Larry Way Out. Thanks for being here, Larry. Happy Monday, John and Jenna.
Happy Monday.
Major Win says that's cool. And OnlyFans are not on Whatnot. I guess you could, right? You could.
I mean, what is that person selling on Whatnot? Memorabilia from
themselves.
I don't. The thought wheel just went.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Lissa says, yes, sweet Jenna. Peeps came over to our show when you were done. Got the news in chat that it was a great Whatnot for you guys. We love you, dear friends.
Oh, we love you.
Awesome. I tried to watch some of it, but it wasn't. I just watched like half the show afterwards.
I haven't even gotten a chance to watch anything.
I just don't watch a lot of, YouTube content other than anything that I can like run live or run in the background while I'm working.
It has to be running in the background. I feel like especially the last few days, that we have been trying to prepare the house, prepare, all the things.
Yeah.
And we're not really sitting at a computer just able to watch. But
Yeah.
of course, having it in the background is always something we do.
So what, like this morning, I'm responsible for 2 active viewers on Primo's channel on his live today.
Oh.
And the reason is I'll throw it on in here, right? And I have it also in my TV in the garage. So when I'm going back and forth, it's constant. I can hear what's going on. And then I'll come in here, throw a comment, and I'll go back out and work. Boom, boom, boom. And so I'm not bogged down by trying to be entertained, if that makes sense. Paul Rose, some tickets do well. Just sold the Star Wars Special Edition UK premiere ticket for £70. Went to the States.
Gosh.
That's awesome. You got a lot of collectors.
Go.
Okay, gotta go. Do me a favor. Bring that thing, that black box in here that's on the against the wall. You'll see it. It's against the wall. I've got something I want to ask you guys. What you guys think about something? EVS says, almost like having your own personal home shopping network. It is. I get flashbacks of QVC, when they like, oh, look at this for a limited time. We're almost out of this thing. It's about hyping up what you're selling, and it's about making that person feel compelled to like, oh, I got to have that, right? They didn't really necessarily want it or were thinking about buying something like that. But then you present it in such a way where it's like the fear of missing out, the whole FOMO thing. It's like, ooh, I want that too. So now they put a price in their mind, they put a bid, and you're selling stuff to someone who had no intentions on buying that. And the better auctioneers are going to get more sales. Not to say that I'm very good, but I try to do my best. Mike says, my deal with my 3 sale partners is kind of a consignment deal, but vastly different. No questions on their part and no obligation to sell any of the stock, working out well for me and them. And that is key. I would say that knowing even some of my friends, like my buddy in the trucking, he runs a trucking company. He don't need the money, but he would be like asking me questions all the time. And I'd be like, okay, I don't have time to explain this to you. This is why we made this and not that. And I would rather, unless you're hurting for inventory, I just wouldn't do it. Now you have a good system set up, so that's different. You're happy with it. You've got great things. You're making good money. You have no cost of goods, and that's working out for you. But for me, it's just not in the car. Anyone asks me, I'm just telling them no, I'm not going to do it. Elite Feet Plus, waiting patiently for my Whatnot hat. Just enjoyed the moist belly bump. So if I don't know if you had the same name on Whatnot, but if you did buy a hat, it's being picked up right now, actually. And I think my carrier is going to be like, why do I have like double what I have in boxes on Monday? Hopefully he's not bitter about that, but he's been pretty good. So Beard says Joni didn't do a damn thing except take a nap. We're gonna have to ask Joni about that. I think she helped a little bit. Andy Reno says, how many people did you have in your chat? I think according to the report, it said at one point we had 70 something people in the Whatnot chat that were watching. Now, as far as active in the chat, I don't know. I was too busy going from one item to the next, but every time I kept looking, it was like in the 30s, like 30 to 40. It was pretty good. Beard says 74 packages fit in 3 IKEA bags. Largest was 10 by 8 by 6. It's really, really good. Judah Wheeler says, hello, I am new. I'm about to start reselling. What stuff should I look for to start out? Okay, Judah, here's the easiest, best way to start reselling. If you've ever wanted to have a yard sale and just never gotten to it, right? Find those items in your attic, your garage, your closet. Go through your clothes, things you don't wear. Go in and just start there. You have no cost of goods. You can build up a store. In fact, I would even go on to eBay and buy some 99-cent whatever, like recipes and things like that, just so you can build up some feedback and have I try to get up to 10 feedback if you can, and then just start selling it. Watch some videos, learn the basics. They don't make it very difficult to start, and just keep trying to improve, knowing that with anything you do, it's never going to be like 100% perfect when you first start. And just Just start there, and you're not spending anything out of pocket and not making any big investments, and just be okay with making mistakes. That's how you learn. Got Todd says, LOL. No, I think it's funny. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you think it's funny. I felt bad. I felt bad. I don't want anyone to feel bad. I don't. Let's see if I can catch up. I'm actually catching up organically. I'm not really skipping any comments. Let's see here. 3 hours, 30 of them were 6x4x2. That's awesome. It's really good. Beard says, Larry Todd is so old you can call him anything. Yeah, he's a fun guy. He hangs out on Bearded Pickers Live, and yeah, we enjoy conversation. No One Design, did John misname Silver Hair Larry Todd with Ricky Bobby? No, it's just I had thought in my mind, this is going back many, many months, that, you know, I'm not great with names, and you can ask Lissa about that, and some others that watch this program. But I'm like, that's Larry, right? But there's other Larrys, but I was thinking that was Larry, and he sounded like a Larry. I mean, I have Larry in my head, right? What does Larry sound like? I don't know. Everyone probably has a different version of what Larry sounds like in their mind, but he sounded like a Larry to me. So I'm like, okay, Larry. Well, no, it's Todd. All right, Larry Todd. And it kind of stuck, and it moved over to other shows. Jovial says, guessing you will looking at yard sale items in a different perspective. I pile for eBay and I pile for whatnot. Let's go. One pile for eBay and one pile for whatnot. Yeah, it's kind of the way it is, but I went out on Saturday looking for stuff. Found a bunch of new Tag Squishmallows and got a good deal on them. But I could have looked at like the clothing and the shoes, and I'm like, I don't really see. I'm not in that mode yet. I really don't have a firm grasp. I did pick this up, and I paid a couple bucks for it, but it is a Mace Windu lightsaber from, well, I'll tell you, it's not the whole thing. It's a Mace Windu, if you can see it. Trying to get it so I'm not hitting it upside the head. And it was laid out in this yard sale, and I'm like, what is that? She's like, well, the lightsaber is not in there. And I'm like, okay. Well, I'm thinking, okay, it might be someone needing the box, right? So I open it up, and inside, if I can get to this thing, I guess they got this at Disneyland, but it's you can see it. It's like the stand. It's like the stand, the instructions, and like the kit. So all it's missing is the lightsaber. So for a couple bucks, I figure either they want the whole thing, maybe they want a replacement box, or they want the stand. So what do you guys think? I couldn't really find comps for it, but I'm like, there's got to be someone. It was a $300 and some odd lightsaber.
Yeah.
So
if we could find a lightsaber to go with it, that'd be
I don't think we're gonna find that. But want to know what you guys think on that. Is that something you would have picked up to say, okay, we're gonna sell just the stand, or we're gonna sell the box and the stand? And what would you guys try to sell it for if you were to sell that? Mr. Sadie, Larry is much better than Todd. It's okay. To me, it's more about
Larry Todd.
It's more about how he feels.
I know, because I walked in the garage and Primo's going, I don't know where the Larry Todd thing came from, and me and John just look at each other and we're like,
it's me. And Silver Hair says, really, John, I don't give a what you call me. On my tombstone, I bet the reselling community will put a Larry post it over my name.
That would be amazing. Yeah. I will be sure to go to Texas just to do that. It won't be a post-it though. It'll be a little. Does that
mean Larry Todd lives forever?
That's right.
Okay. Beard says, Todd, you kicked the bucket, and me and the real Larry are showing up with the shovels in our backyard with metal detectors.
I know he's gonna fill his pockets with coins.
Beard, nothing back there except the pet cemetery. Well,
oh no.
Major Wayne, oh man, I had to walk away just getting caught up in the chat. My nose is itching, so I apologize, guys. It's this fan blowing on my freaking lack of facial hair. but it's
Lack of?
tickling me.
Oh.
S. Latina says 2 cha-chings for 1 like just now.
Yes,
Awesome.
a double.
Love it. I haven't gotten a thing, but I
haven't gotten a thing, and I had one sale over the weekend for $5.
So the guy told me this morning, look, well, I put it as part of his payment. If it's not this, I don't want it. And he wrote it backwards because I read it for what it was. I'm like, ooh, I said, I don't want this to be a return. So I went in and promptly gave him his money back, sent him a message, hey, here's what I did. I apologize. And he's like, you didn't read my message properly. If it's this, then I want it. Well, it's this. So I guess he wants it. Well, I've already refunded your money. I've already canceled the transaction. So you're going to have to buy it again. Go ahead and buy it again. I think I gave him an offer. So I'll honor the price and we'll just redo it. But I haven't seen a sale come through for that. So I don't know. Beard says, I'm a one-man show. I source, ship, list, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I heard. I heard that you've had some help.
I have to stick up for Joni because she does when you're gone and she's able and willing, she does help you.
Lissa, mispronounced peeps names can become a funny game. I wouldn't know about it. Yeah.
That's a lie.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that's mispronounced your name.
Roman does every day.
Jenna gets it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Gina.
Well, yeah. That's a running family joke. Gina, but that's a whole different story.
Jovial's trying to sing for us. I will not. You can.
No,
but
I won't.
Okay.
Last night, John was saying stuff when he was so angry. He was talking about the sizes of the boxes, and I started singing. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the like 869. I don't remember who sings it, but I started singing it, and I was dying in there laughing my tail off, and it was a good time.
Well, she doesn't like the 864 boxes, but nonetheless. Okay.
But I was singing a rap song.
Kelly says, when in doubt, part it out.
That's a fact. We do that a lot.
Yeah, I sometimes parting it out is better than selling the whole thing.
Yes.
In my opinion. But no design. The stands sell for around $50, and that is on the low side. So I tried to look it up. I swear to you I did.
How much did you pay for that?
A couple bucks. And what was funny is she's like, I don't care. And so she's selling it to me, and the little girl comes up to her and like, Mom, Dad's going to be so mad if you sell that. And she's like, will you get away from me? You're overstimulating me today. And she's like, she took the money, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting out of here.
She told you, let me handle the garage sale.
It's like, I could see the fight that's going to happen. The little girl's going to go up to her dad and say, Daddy, Mommy sold your Mace Windu box. He's like, what?
You better give her the money and run.
I mean, if it was just the box and he had the stand, but the stand, I'm thinking someone might want that stand. Now, will they want the box? Because you saw the size of that box. It's going to be kind of expensive to ship that box. So is someone going to want the box with the stand in it, or should I just take the stand out, sell it as the stand, and just say sayonara to the box? Sensible Shoes. I listed an item last week, and after 3 days, had no views, while others like it were being sold. In the title I had with extras, but once I took out with extras, it sold in hours. Have you ever had this happen? I've never had that happen. You would think that would be a selling point for people. You know, they see like an iPhone with bonus, cables and accessories. You think that would be something that would sell the item. But, if something's not working, you did the right thing in going in and making a change and seeing what happened, or emulate the other listings where they are selling the item. So it may look like a good title to you, but forget what you think. What does eBay think about it? What are the other items selling with? And you did that. No designs also depends on what condition the stand is. That stand is in new condition. It's like he got the lightsaber and he took it out and he left everything in there. No design says if you had the complete set, it would sell around $200. That would have been a heck of a find, huh?
Yeah.
Beard says 867-5309.
No, not
Tommy?
that is not in my. I'm too young for that. It's called Get Low.
That's in Tommy. That's in not Tommy, but Bearded Picker's wheelhouse right there. That song.
No. I mean, I know the song, but that's not the one I was referring to. The one I'm talking about
is this one here. Jenna listens to 669.
It's Little John and East Side Boys.
Get Low.
Get low, get low, get low.
What does it have to do with the box size?
You kept calling out the sizes of the boxes, and you're like 6'9", blah blah blah. And so I'm all 3'6".
Well, here's the thing. She kept asking me, I need the packing slip. By the way, I'm not doing the packing slip game. I don't do it on eBay.
Yeah.
I don't do it anywhere else. I am not doing the packing slip game where I'm going to be printing out packing slips. It's just not. I don't think it's required, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, she's asking me, well, where's the packing slip? I can't get a packing slip unless I put I get the actual label generated because it's part of the label. So I'm
which is dumb.
I need the dimensions of. It's asking me for the dimensions and the weight. So she's going in there. The scale is going crazy.
Yeah, the scale's
so
long.
Our scale is on crack, as Ken would put it.
Yeah.
And like this morning, all the weights were off and that scale in there. So she's like putting a little sticker on it. It's 13 pounds. The scale, it's only 12. So
yeah,
I'm like, okay, I bring it in here, wait on this Rollo. By the way, guys, Rollo does not sponsor this channel in any way, shape,
I wish they did because we have how many things
We've bought
now?
3 now. We have
3 scales and the printer.
We actually bought 4 Rollo scales.
Yes,
one we gave
Mike
away.
Seller has the other one.
And we're going to have 3 because between 5 and 10 o'clock tonight, it's so strange. I ordered it this morning. Between 5 and 10, Amazon's going to have me a new Rollo scale.
Because
put it in there.
Mine was, I would put the item on the scale and it was jumping in such high and low duration or amounts. And I'm like, there's no way. And so I'm like, I walk away from it and step away so that I'm not putting any pressure on the table or anything so that it would stop like going up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, forget it. You're going to have to just weigh them all on your scale because nothing's working right.
And it was going nuts. So it's like, all right, I guess I'm buying another scale. So, but it's only $40, $39.99 on Amazon. And it's, to me, I've used a lot of different scales. It's the best one out there. I mean, it's so clear to see. I mean, you have a little display.
Beard says the cords to the scales go bad after a few years. I don't know. Maybe it could be because they fall behind the desk. They get pinched behind the desk. They get kinked.
I think you can buy cords from. I don't know. They're like telephone cords, but they're not telephone cords. They're
obviously.
like anyone who had the old dial-up like rotary phone back in the day. Beard.
I think most of our people know what that is.
I know you had one. And the kind that we'd get the longest cord we could so we can like take it in our room or somewhere where we had privacy, that phone. And I'm sure that they have a cord like that for these.
Yeah.
Mr. Sadie Beard, you would know that. Yes. Mm-hmm. No Design, Jenna, you gangsta.
Yes, I am very gangsta. I am gangsta with a side of country.
And Beard says, real Larry, you're older than me. You know it too. Bearda says, this show made me get a drink for the book show.
Oh, no.
I'm sure that there's no need for us to help you get a drink.
You had no reason nobody was pushing you. We didn't push you there. You were going to get a drink on your own.
Yeah. Jovial, with the real Larry Todd, please stand up. Please stand up. Okay. No Designs, sell just to stand. The box is garbage. There's so many of them boxes out there. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. But I mean, someone like, I would like to have the box too. Wolfman's Goodies. Thanks for being here. Howdy, everyone. Thanks for being here. We've got Noah Design. John, sell the stand for $70 and take offers. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. Beer says no more weed and shipping for y'all.
We don't do weed. We were tired yesterday. We were so exhausted. We were getting the giggles. Like when I'm super tired, especially by the end of the night, I start making up songs and start laughing at my own jokes, and then I cry because I'm laughing so hard. It's a thing.
Beard needs that stand to display his big girl panties.
Wow.
But I think there's a reason. After seeing, if you guys watched the Profit Playbook podcast on Saturday, he showed us a photo of him happily, comfortably wearing a woman's bra. Okay, now put that in your mind. I was the rest of the podcast for me was just I couldn't focus on the material at hand. It was engraved in my head. So now, why is it that he's still holding on to these panties? I promise you that I can sell these big girl panties some way, somewhere, somehow.
Hey,
but he still has them.
No.
Why is that?
Why doesn't he go? What Beard? Go on Whatnot. I'm sure there's plenty of big girls out there that would need some panties on Whatnot.
I think he's keeping some for himself. I'm just telling you.
You're a liar. He wouldn't even. He doesn't even fit in them.
I think he's going to make it fit.
He's too small for that.
Dave says, "Did I hear someone say weed?"
You sure did, Dave.
Yeah.
I know his ears perked up.
Yeah. Let's see. I tried a telephone cord. It didn't work. No, it's not going to work. It's a different kind, but it's kind of like that connection.
Stupid.
Paul Rose, and that's why buyers expect things straight away. LOL. Had a buyer order late afternoon Saturday and messaged me Tuesday lunchtime where it was, not Amazon. Yeah, it was just cool. It's like, oh, we can get it to you either tonight from 5 to 10 or tomorrow morning 7 to 11.
You said, I better make my wife happy and I better get it today.
I'll take it 5 to 10, please. Noah Designs says I have stock in Rollo. The crackheads and me uses 5 wireless Rollo printers plus 2 corded Rollo for backup and 8 Rollo scales. So you have a wireless Rollo.
I told you, remember,
okay.
Last night I told him, I said, I want to get a wireless Rollo. That way I can do maybe half of the labels while I'm already in there doing all of the other shipping. I can just run the label instead of, because it takes away from him doing the listing, which I would much prefer he does.
No design. Jenna giggling, being silly, and Goofy singing is what weed smokers do.
I don't smoke weed. This is all natural. This is all cuckoo crazy.
And Jovi says Beard looked good in that bra, all but the hairy chest. I think he said something that he actually sold that bra.
He did.
With the man sweat.
With the well, I was gonna say
and the lady's gonna get the bra going. What's with these like white curly hairs in the bra? John Worldwide Weber, I burned into my skull. Thanks a lot, dude. Yeah, that was pretty. I'm gonna have to get some counseling. Bearded Picker says, I'm a chubby chaser, I suppose you caught me.
Oh my god, I love it.
Closet crossdresser. Mr. Sadie, I was lucky enough to see Beard in those panties. They fit pretty well, if you ask me.
Oh my god.
To show all of his curves. No design. It all natural is what weed smokers say. And then Jovial says, man boob sweat. He should have charged extra. He should have warned me. He just said, look away, guys.
Well, he did say, I'm going to show you.
No, he didn't. That's not a warning. Beard says, sold it with the beard DNA intact.
Oh, my God.
Oh, gee. How come we always end this show in just a
off
kind
the
of
rails.
off the rails kind of thing? Because we're caught up without me skipping. We're caught up in the comments.
Shocking, and it's only 4:30.
But I think what it is partially is we had 118 people watching, and normally we have like 150, 160-ish. And I think it may be because we're talking about whatnot.
I know he's not caught up on, or well, he's caught up, but he's not hung up on Karen Reed because they weren't in court today.
Yeah.
He's probably at ballet.
Paul is capable of being lethargic and unable to talk on my own without weed. I'm on eBay. I'm an eBay seller. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Larry says, I was hoping to forget about that picture. Why did you bring that up?
Because it shook him to his core.
It's if you want to, two things I want you guys to go check out. Go to the link that Jenna put in the chat, or go to our Whatnot. Flippin' Ain't Easy on Whatnot, and you can go and look at the previous show. We only have one show. And watch, I'd say about like halfway through when we get like a $20 sale. And then he's like, let's do the tortilla thing. Watch the tortilla slap challenge, and then go over to the Profit Playbook podcast that we dropped on Saturday and watch the photo of Beard in a bra. And see that madness. I think it's a good watch. If you like horror shows, then both will be very good. You can have a little marathon.
I can't wait to see what's on next Saturday's.
Here's anyone who watched the
agenda.
Whatnot has seen way more of Archie's belly than me in a bra. Mr. Sadie says, I haven't seen Tommy around much lately.
I know.
I talked to him the other day.
I mean,
Tuesday
we know he's around. He's not like dead or anything.
Yeah, he's not.
He's busy with other things. Yeah. I know that.
Yeah, we had a good conversation though last week. Paul, just imagining that picture is bad enough. And we have Connie L says, I'm a clone myself a beard with that DNA. Wow. Connie loves that. Is like Beard's biggest fan right there. Connie, yes. Gotta love Connie.
Connie loves Scott, and I love that she loves him.
Mac McClanahan says, question: what do you recommend as an ad rate for continuing sales without paying through the nose? Well, I'd say maybe you want to be somewhere around 5% ish. I'm closer to like 8 to 10, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. But here's what you want to do. If you have access, and I haven't looked lately, but if you have access to your listing quality report on eBay, I did some videos on it last week. And if you can get it, it'll tell you exactly like where your category is putting, what that number is, that you want to be in the top 10% of sellers in that category. And it'll tell you what the top 10% are promoting. And that's kind of where you want to be. And I'm above that. Now I need to I could probably lower it down a little bit, but
when I do the D-list relist on TreeCat, I always, when I go back in, because you can't promote you can't promote on or within the TreeCat app. So I go back in and I promote at 9.1.
You're promoting at 9.1?
Yeah.
Well, now it's like going crazy.
What is happening right now?
I don't know. It's things going nuts.
Well, because you're clicking around.
No, I'm trying to move it. It's like I'm trying to open up my listing quality report. Here we go. Just to see if anything's changed. And it's still an old report from the 10th. So I don't know what eBay's doing. They're supposed to update it every couple of days. It's still in beta. So if you can get it, go and check out the listing quality report, and it'll start looking through like each category as a tab and go through and see what it's telling you your top 10% in that category is promoting at. Yeah. No Design says, wait, John, what did you say about lactating after chest bumping Archie? I missed that.
There was none of that.
There's no lactating at all. SCG Collectibles, you got a little skin in that tortilla slap.
Sure did. It was a lot of skin. Poor Archie.
Yeah, I know.
Thank God we took him out to dinner after.
Biscuit says, I represent that comment. Gee, that was bad. But we had a good time. We went out for dinner and, ate and hung out. Mr. Sadie, oh Lordy, you did it now. Connie showed up.
Yep, you mentioned beard and panties, and here's Connie.
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy's probably doing some stuff with the kids.
She tuned in.
John, I'm promoting a higher than on lower priced items. Yeah. Again, it's every extra percentage point that you go, of course, you're paying to eBay. But I think sometimes when your sales are slow, you got to try new things. And if that means you're paying a few extra percentage points in final value fees, I mean, to get rid of it, is it worth it? I mean, you're going to be willing to come down a few bucks in price anyway. So, like if you get an offer, or like maybe you think I'm pricing it at 15, maybe I need to price it at 12. Well, that's more than 2 to 3%. It's a lot more than 2 to 3% when you come down that far. Yeah. Jovial, how is it that we talk skin and Connie shows up? I don't know.
She said beard, skin.
Mac McClanahan, thank you. I had been going full out on whatever it recommended. No, don't go that high. Do not go that high. I would say, here's something to go with. Whatever it recommends, go half of that. Go half of that. If you can't get the listing quality report, like some people can't pull it up, whatever it recommends, just cut it in half and go with that. if you want something that's above and beyond 2%, where a lot of people hang out. Shane, sorry guys, I had to leave for dinner, but I'm back.
Ooh, what'd you have for dinner?
Yeah, we're almost gone, but
I have leftover Benihanas.
Bearded Picker says, I'm using a magic 8-ball to determine my promoted listings percentage. Signs point to yes. I had a magic 8-ball. That was like my favorite little thing as a kid growing up. If I ever had like a decision that I really didn't know like what to do, I would, let me go to the magic 8-ball, and I'd shake it up and it would say, ask again later. It almost always tell me ask again later. Mr. Sadie, I've never seen Lag and Connie at the same time. Interesting. Biscuit, maybe Roman and Tommy are doing a whatnot show during your live.
I don't think so.
And Beard is going live after the show. He's having a book review conversation. I don't know the book. Beard's going to have to put that in because obviously I'm not reading it, right? I mean, I should be, but it's not. Oh, I got a sale, guys. I sold a ceiling fan. Yay, I made a sale. Hit the like button before we finish. Hit the like button so you get a sale.
You could just all send me some good vibes so that I can get a sale. I mean, I already hit the like button, but
601 Roliz 3NPs. Just catching y'all at the end. What is your name on Whatnot so I can bookmark a show? Congratulations on your first show. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
It is just simply
flipping ain't
but
easy.
No spaces. Flipping ain't easy altogether.
No G on the flipping. It's not flipping.
Just like our
flipping.
Just like our YouTube channel,
easy.
But no spaces in between.
Yeah.
They had spaghetti.
Ooh.
Beard says, Mac, you have had a terrible picture. You should delete it.
Oh, it must be a rival. For Alabama.
It could be Auburn. Magic 8-ball to find out what ad rate to set at is so 80s. We use 10-sided dice nowadays. No, you got to use the 20-sider because you might want to go over 10%. Biscuit, story time with the Beard. Should I dim the lights? Yep, get all tucked in.
Yep.
Mr. Sadie, do you get many returns on ceiling fans, John? Just curious.
No.
We sell them. A lot of times we get them new open box, so they still have all the cellophane around the fan blades. Make sure everything's there. Of course, we don't test it out. Not going to anything that's hardwired. We're not testing out. Never had one return. If it looks like it's been open, we'll say, hey, looks like it's been installed. Don't know why it was returned. People still buy them for
we sell them like nearly every day.
Yeah, we sell them all the time. We have Paul Rose and I only have the Love Orb version. Tells me I may be lucky. What percent is that? If you're lucky, you don't have to.
Lucky. Hey!
You don't have to promote it much at all. 2.1%. Beard says your Whatnot should have been named White Men Can't Jump.
That is a fact.
Archie could. I kind of laid off. I didn't want to jump too high. Just for Archie, I could really jump high.
Oh my God! I didn't want
to show Archie.
My mind went straight to the gutter.
Yeah. So, I think we're going to stop at the gutter at this point. We've had a good show, a little shorter than normal, but got a lot of stuff that I want to do, and I still got to figure out.
Yeah, I don't even know. We're never going to
YouTube
get
videos
to
for the week. Got to get that done. Got to get listings done, and it's just. Here we go, guys. We're going to see what kind of week it is I call them the distractions.
Pete's here!
Oh!
Hi, Pete!
Yes, and anyone who hasn't subscribed to his channel, it's a small, growing channel.
It's only 430.
I love to promote smaller channels, so go check out The GOAT.
Yes.
Pete, Craigslist Hunter. Of course, you guys probably already all know about him and are subscribed anyway. But thank you for being here, Pete. A very, very good friend and someone I look up to. And thank you for being here. And even though you're at the end, you certainly made it. So thank you for being here. One Design says, if you jump that high, John, your nips would land on Archie's head.
Come on. I was not going to verbalize what I was saying or thinking.
That's just so bad.
Whoa, what's that?
So
why is it like that?
I don't know. But we got Mac McClanahan.
Mac, thank
with
you.
The super chat. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. We like giving out the information but thank you. The thought that of leaving that is nice. So thank you. I certainly,
Todd said I subbed
yeah,
Pete's
sub Pete
channel in
channel.
1986.
He was one of the OG. He's the one, Pete, that got you to your first 1,000 subs back in the day. So again, want to thank you guys.
Right, Ken.
I want you guys to have a great week. And again, anybody who kind of jumped in to see what we had going on the Whatnot on Saturday, thank you guys for helping make it a successful first try. And we're just going to see from here on out how we do with Whatnot. Becky says, I never laughed so hard at a Whatnot auction as I did during the tortilla slap. So we're glad that we gave you guys some entertainment.
Yes.
And figuring out, though, if Whatnot is something that's going to work for you, I guess you're just going to have to get uncomfortable, get in there, and just give it a try, you know. And you may not get the same results we had, because there is something to the fact if you have a following, you're going to do better off the bat. But you just get in there, build it. Don't let, you know, a few people only watching your show discourage you, and just keep going and make it something. Build it.
Stick it out, because it'll be worth it later. I mean, you never get a immediate gratification.
Mm-hmm.
It always comes later. And I was told this one time long ago, about almost 10 years ago: don't quit before the miracle.
Oh, I was told don't quit your day job, but nonetheless,
Flipping ain't easy.
Yeah, flipping ain't easy. And we will see you guys on, and believe it or not, we're going to have family over on Friday. And I'm still going to make sure we have time for you guys.
We may have a special guest named Mickey.
A lot of different special guests, but I'm still going to, it's still important enough to us to see you guys on Friday. So we will see you then. And I want you guys to have a great rest of your week.
We love you.